Fanfic Corner, presented by Jennifer. Bounty Lost. Hunter's point of view. We approached the escape pod that was plummeting towards the ground, and I prayed that Omega was inside. The ship latched onto it, and the hatch opened. "Omega, you in there?" Wrecker yelled. "Wrecker?" I heard a small voice yell back. Oh, thank the force, she is there. I felt a heavy weight lifted off my chest. She climbed up, and Wrecker gave her a hug before he lets go, and she buries her head into my stomach. It hurt at first, but it quickly went away. I knelt down and put my hand on her shoulder. "Are you okay? Are you hurt?" I asked as she wiped some tears away. It killed me to see her like this. "Why is this happening? Why are the Kaminoans after me?" she cried. "Hunter, you have to tell her," Echo said. Omega looked back at me and I sighed. "You are valuable to them, Omega. More than the other clones, even more than us. You're special," I told her. "Special how?" she asked. Before I could answer, I got out my knife and unlocked the handcuffs with it, and once they were off, she immediately wrapped her arms around my neck. It caught me by surprise, but I enjoyed it. I knew she was safe in my arms, and she knew she was safe as well, and that was comforting. I groaned as I lifted her up, as she sobbed into my shoulder. I sat down and explained the rest, and she didn't let go of me for a while, until she had calmed down a bit. Once she was okay, I put her down on the seat and grabbed her some food and water. She finished it all quickly, and I put her to bed. The others followed, but I decided to stay up for a bit. A few hours passed and everyone was still asleep. I heard small footsteps approaching before I looked over and see Omega climb into the chair beside me. "Can't sleep?" I asked. "I keep thinking about the Kaminoans. I don't want to end up an experiment in a tube." "That's not going to happen," I said firmly. "If I'm as valuable as you say, Mama Sue will keep sending people after me," she said sadly. She's scared, and to be honest, I'm scared too. "You have us," I assured her. "You can't fight them all," she said, turning away from me. I walked over to her and knelt in front of her. "Omega, you don't have to worry. You are never going back to Camino," I assured her, and she looked at me, eyes full of fear and sadness. "Promise?" she sobbed. "I promise," I said firmly. "Come on, you must be exhausted," I said, standing up and holding out my hand to signal her to follow. I can't sleep, she said lightly, standing up. I knelt back down, and she walked over and buried her head into my shoulder. I wrapped my arms around her and groaned slightly when I picked her up. I sat back down, and she buried her head into my chest. Thankfully, not the side I was shot on. I put my hand on the top of her head and the other on her leg. She closed her eyes, and her breathing steadied out as she fell asleep, and I slowly drifted asleep.